Okay. Oh, almost forgot. Oh, the background music.
Oh no.
Well, some people like a little bit of extra background music. Alright, heading down onto Ibris here. Let's go see if we can't find where Faye's parked up.
North Pole. Well, not exactly North Pole, but
Northern edge of the map.
yes.
Alright, I see him. Got him in my sights. Gonna do a quick smash and grab on the drone parts here. Let's see, Pentax tank. I need to make sure I top that off.
I might replace the Central 2 laser drills with salvage lasers instead. So I have a little bit of
Salvage capacity.
yeah, I mean, usually I'm not too big a fan of multi-role ships, but in this case, since the mining lasers are over the official part limit anyway,
Mm,
I don't feel too
yeah.
bad about it.
Yeah, I think I need to tick that checkbox without realizing I didn't tick it. But it's weird because some of the other stuff will cap out and not let you. It's like certain things just let you keep going for some reason. That large gold, is that the one you were talking about? Might be a...
Yep. Yep, and there's a Promethium right next to it as well.
Is there?
A medium.
Oh, yeah. On the other side of it. Problem is, it's like on the lava lake, isn't it? We'll go hit some of the other drone planets, too, and see what they're at. You know, what they look like. Be nice to find a very large gold. Now, do you have any salvage ships?
Like dedicated salvages?
Mm-hmm.
I have a blueprint of one, but not in the game.
Alright. Pull up over here next to the repaired Poseidon.
3 kilometers out, then I can swap ships.
Alright, I'll leave this here. We need to get downstairs. We need to actually, before we go anywhere, let's double check our, yep. Good thing I thought to check that.
Yep.
I want one of those. And I also need to get rid of the color tool. I usually keep a couple of charges on me, but... we need an insulation. Where's... I thought I had more radiation boosters than that. Where the hell did they all go? Now I'm wondering where they all went. Because I had a couple of them. let's go out here. Getting the old, not the Adjudicator. We need to be in the Reaper. I said Reaper. Fridge, let's grab a little bit of food. In case we get hungry along the way. Top off our Pentaxid. Double check the...
Ah, it's doing that nonsense again.
What's that?
Oh, it's like not registering that this ship is actually like oxygenated and sealed, because my body temperature keeps climbing and climbing. Well,
Oh yeah, gotta love that.
yeah, I think that's a relog. Because ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, that's definitely not fun. I need... Oh, that's what I meant to pick up at the base, you muppet.
You need more oxygen?
Well, I was gonna pick some up while I was at the base, because I was just at the base grabbing some stuff.
Right.
And I was like, well, I'll grab some oxygen while I was there. Nope, ain't nobody got no time for that.
Who needs to breathe anyway?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a suggestion, really. I guess we'll go hit this swarm here real quick. Over to the southwest. And then, probably move up a little bit closer, southeast, I mean. Move up a little closer to the, Yeah, I did Warta.
Nope, it's still not doing it. Even though the oxygen is full and enabled. Let me try something else. Let me go to orbit real quick. It's weird though, because it worked in the Hell Raider. It's only this one that always gives me trouble.
Oh, your little SV, the BB thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I think that'd be a hard one to put a... I mean, it could be done, but... Alright. Swarm in sight.
What is wrong with you, little thing? Why you no wanna play?
Alright, drones in sight. I think we're gonna start over here with this set. Work our way around. Yeah, I just want to confirm there, CJ. I don't want to wipe it if somebody's on it. Random.
Where did you go to? I don't even see you on the map.
Southeast.
Ah, there you are.
Come on. What the hell? Screw you, dude. Done. Cleanup crew. Aisle 3.
Well, I might just continue east. Go to the next cluster.
Yeah. I literally shot a hole straight through this one before it fucking blew up.
This one only had 2. Rude. Oh, don't fall down.
Yeah, first one I hit only had 2. Made up for it a little bit the last couple, but... This one I got exactly in the right spot. Fuck. I didn't even break a single harvest container.
Nice.
I broke nothing in this one. I mean, literally, like, I hit the block just below the core, it took out the core, look. Nothing in here is broken. That's the
Perfect.
key, is you shoot that block right above the bottom there. Damn it, wrong one. We'll get the ore while I'm in here. Who doesn't need more platinum? Is that what I needed to poke my nose into? Oh, nice, another 5. Damn it. That one, you have a set to get into. Wrong one. Did it again. That's okay though. It was you I need to go into. And then I think I had one more over here. Yep. This is a good pack to hit. 4 total, 1 of the talls and 3 of the triples. Damn, I got a good chunk out of this.
That's not bad.
Always take the Promethium. Come on, what's in the alien container? Thank you. I don't need the iron, really. I'll grab the copper for shits and giggles. Wood, it's free.
Yeah, how they managed to gather wood on this planet is beyond me, but...
Whatever. That's what I'm gonna go with. Whatever. I am not too hot. Bite me. Alright, so you went... where?
Just straight east.
Alright, I see ya. Alright, I'm gonna head back to the capital vessel so we can probably move a little closer to some of those other nodes.
Yeah.
It's going alright there, the Waltharian. First pack got 30... if I looked right on 31 out of the first pack, and an undelivered cargo. Plus, you know, 530 platinum ore never hurts. Come on, you stupid thing. There we go. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, a lot of the times, what I'll do is I'll just move the CV closer as I go.
Yeah, I might have to either start doing that or
Just
make a
beginning the game.
purpose-built
Okay.
drone SV that has more cargo.
Yeah.
Because the honestly quite small ammo controller isn't really cutting.
Yeah, this thing's only got 24K worth of container controllers, but it lets me smash and grab at least one set. Nice. Yeah, it's always good to learn how to build stuff, especially when you get later on and you've got bigger ships and something happens. Learning how to rebuild it is very handy.
Yeah, it's kind of like Factorio, where people, especially, well, not all, but many new players always ask, "Oh, where can I find a blueprint of such and such?" And I'm like, dude, if all you do is import other people's blueprints,
You'll never learn
uh,
how to...
you'll never learn how to build anything yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's still a good idea to, or it's a good way to get an idea of how things work.
Yep.
Okay, what do I not need from here? I don't know. Silicon ore, go away. Steel plates, titanium plates.
Alright, I am gonna move down. There's a couple of clusters southeast of where... There's like a cluster of 4. I'm gonna kind of park over in between them somewhere here.
Mm.
Heading eastern there. Yeah, it's just handy. That way, if you do need to get, if something does happen while you're in your SV, you're not halfway across the planet. I always tend to move the CV a little bit closer along with me. So yeah, we've got a pack of 4 here, pack of 4 here, a 2-pack there, a 3-pack there. I'm gonna park up somewhere right around here. Then we can smash all of those quick, see where we get to. Haven't really played around with blueprints or anything as of yet. Usually don't do blueprints in games till you... That's a smart way to do it, Theron. Now, I mean, that
Yeah.
said, I've built a few things. I've got a couple of my own blueprints on the workshop, as a matter of fact. From an SV, high-end SV I designed. But at the end of the day, uh, I don't have time to build a ship that big. I don't have the creativity. It'd be a flying brick if I did it. So I'll pull in blueprints in that regard. But if something happens, I know how to fix it. I certainly know how to fix it. Oh yeah, there's a 3-pack up there too. So yeah, I'll park up somewhere over here.
The 3-pack is actually only just 2 and a crashed Sentinel.
Oh yeah, is it?
Or engine
Yeah, oh,
compartment,
engine
basically.
compartment. Yep. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I went straight east from where you were previously, so the northern hemisphere is more or less clear now. It's not a whole lot.
All right. Yeah, so basically I'm gonna end up down around the crater where this area is, because there's 5 groups here. So I'll park up somewhere over here, and then work on those 5 groups. Start working on those 5 groups. Voidium shards. Why SV can't have a drill as BM? They can have drills. SVs can have drills. Or, well, I say that. I'm in Reforged Eden, not vanilla, so... That could be it. Yeah, I'm playing a Reforged Eden scenario, so a lot changes between vanilla and Reforged.
I would actually recommend you stop your vanilla game right now, go to the workshop and subscribe to Reforged Eden. It doesn't change the early and mid game too much, but
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Yeah, I would agree with Faye on that one. I've honestly never played vanilla. I don't have a single hour in vanilla. Every bit I've played has been in Reforged Eden. Of course, I blame Spange on that one because he's the one that got me into this game, and he was playing Reforged Eden, so I immediately went, Reforged Eden, go!
Yeah.
Were you there in the chat the other day when they were doing that stuff, and somebody said he took a minute out of his stream because Draconis told him, hey, check your chat, and somebody basically was, I blame you, Spange.
Nice one.
200 hours in the game, blah, blah, blah. I blame you. What are you talking about, Willis? That was weird. Yep, that's the one, Theron. That's the one. Alright, so you've already gotten that pack up there.
Yep.
I will start. Looks like you're there. There's a pack, just northwest of you?
Yep, but my very limited ammo control on this ship is full, so I'm just gonna dump stuff in yours.
Alright, I got a dump box. So, that's where I put everything else so far. Yeah, Reforged Eden, it makes such a world of difference in the gameplay altogether, with how much it adds to the game.
Does your ship not have a Wi-Fi block?
It does.
It
Oh, it might not be. It might not be factioned. My bad. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I'll be right back. I might have forgotten to faction it.
Well, gives me time to grab coffee.
The wall, Theron. Thank you for the... Theron, I should say, not Theron. Thank you for the follow. Welcome into the channel. I do appreciate it. Made a mess with that one. It's there, yeah, they're in, but yeah, I caught myself as I was saying it. Like, wait a minute, they're in, dummy. No code. Yeah, see, we don't want to leave that behind. Oopsie. Heck no, we don't. Woohoo! Getting toasty. rain. Reap. Whew. Getting toasty. Alright. Heading back. I got another 10 out of that group, but the 500 platinum ore is nice. Come on, get over here, thank you. Oh, Jesus. It was doing the wibbly wobblies. Alright, let's get inside for a second. It's hot. We gotta go. Oh, I've got too many ships on here. I can't set it all to... Fridges, fridges, fridges. I want to make sure one of those is at least set to... Set. There, he should be able to access those two. Keyword should be... That reminds me, 18, I need 36. That was something I wanted to do earlier. Hadn't started doing yet. Products to blocks and devices. There we go. Yeah, Reforged Eden, like I said, one of the big changes is CPU in ships. You'll notice it doesn't go to 12 million. It goes to 2.1 million. None of this is used with Reforged Eden. Instead, you get 1 basic, 2 improved, and 4 advanced extenders. Is how it ends up working out. Sorry, 5 advanced extenders. Let me quote myself right. To get you to 2.1 million. But my blocks, none of these blocks cost me CPU cost. Unlike in vanilla, your blocks actually cost you CPU, from what I understand. And then what you get is you get things like these auxiliary cores that will reduce the amount of CPU you use. You can also get quantum cores that add to your total CPU. So you can get much further beyond, but those are like mid-game, late-game type things where you start to get into a lot of extra stuff, we'll say. Up to 41, 1,000 platinum ore already. That's nice. I love it. I love it.
I return with coffee.
Nice.
Still no faction access.
Can you not see the dump box?
Nope, I can't even see the ship.
Alright. I was hoping it would go to... See, I didn't want to try and switch the entire ship over, because I've got so many docked ships that aren't factioned at the moment.
Right.
Because I've got a cargo hold full of shit right now. Where I grabbed all my tanks and stuff like that.
Dump cargo, there it is.
Yep. Wait, private can go to faction, can't it? You just can't go faction to private.
Yes, you can dock a private ship to a faction ship, but not the other way around.
Alright, so it shouldn't be a problem then. I may just have to go down and check them. Guess we'll take care of that right now, just to make sure they're still docked for when I go to move next. I love that hum of the fusion generator.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I hate it when it does that. Honestly, I think this tank is probably going to get torn apart at some point.
Yeah, because you just kind of don't need a tank, really.
No, you don't. I had done it for the sector commands, but honestly, we have had such success doing the sector commands with the SVs. I think that one's going to go away. And I'll put those parts into, I don't know, whatever's next. Probably a dedicated salvage SV. It's most likely what I'll put it into. So this set is taken care of. I'm going to head to that, like, southwest. Or south-southeast pack. But what I was saying therein is, or wall, Reforged Eden does a lot for like your ships and how the weapon systems work, how the shield systems work on ships. You get all kinds of new arrays and stuff like that for your ships. Alright, there goes that one. Ah, stuck for a second. There's that one. Come on. Oh, you bastard. Oh.
Yeah, there's really not much difference between Vanilla and Reforged Eden in the very early game when you just start out.
Yeah.
The only major thing you're gonna notice more or less right away is the CPU system is locked to tier 1, but you can still add extenders. Like you still have your basic, your improved, and your advanced CPU extenders. They just don't scale exponentially.
Yeah. Okay. Game is trolling me. That's interesting. It took out the core without actually destroying the block in front of the core.
What? Okay, that's
Yeah.
weird.
This block right here was still solid gray, and the core is a block down. It somehow took out the core without taking out anything else. See, look, look. See how the block changed color, but it's still there?
Mm-hmm.
That's what the other one did.
I call hacks.
Mm-hmm. I call that's a lot of platinum ore. Oh, come on. Oh, damn you. Come on. Alright, and one more over here. If I can even find the damn box. I done kinda wrecked this one.
Bunch of plant seeds. And my ammo controller is full again. Yeah, that needs a better ship for these specifically.
Yep. Yeah, that happens. Alright, so that set's done. You did that pack up there. I'll grab this 2-pack here. Actually, I'll probably head for the 4-pack that's further away. After I hack this thing again. Come on. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, come on. And I'm stuck. I can't move. There we go.
I'm just gonna go grab my Poseidon real quick. I'm also running out of food.
Oh, there's food in the other ship if you need it.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna have to make the trip back to the CVE at some point anyway, so might as well do it while I'm still near the equator and not on the South Pole.
Oh, this is true. This is true. Alright, let's get a reload. We should check ammo before we get all the way over there. Alright, yeah, we got plenty. Yeah, see, I've not gotten the food buff with the cheeseburger, even when I've been mostly full on food.
Guess that requires some more experimentation then.
I call hacks, Faye. Yeah, I call hacks.
I mean, if the Dino Stew gives the buff regardless of your food bar, then just go with the Dino Stew, really.
Yeah, well, that's why I always have. I know it does give the buff no matter how low you are. You can be down into the orange or even red, and it'll give you the food buff. Let's come around this side. We'll take out that one, then the tall one. Because these ones are all going to be shooting at me if I don't. Come on. Shit. I was aiming too far down. Get a little shield before we make the run at this one. Hi, handsome. Done. Cleanup duty. Engage. Come on, you piece of crap. Alright, let's go over to this one. You always want to hit them in the order you took them out so that that box doesn't disappear on you. And that's the real reason we're here, is those right there. So anything else is a bonus. No, I'm on the same. Watch Spange explain. Spange explaining Reforged Eden is the perfect video to watch. He does a fantastic job with that.
Yes, you can.
Yes. Yep.
Reforged Eden even adds hydroponic space to make things easier.
Yep.
It's basically 9 grow plots in one.
Yep. You're doing them 9 at a time instead of 1 at a time, which is very, very handy. The only thing is you need a steel hydroponics bay, or a steel grow plot to grow on a ship, but you can. You absolutely can. Alright, last one we get a hit is this one, then finish the cleanup. Yep. Yes. Small and CV. Yeah, this has oxygen. If you look bottom corner over there, third one, second one up is my oxygen. And then in CVs, yeah, you can have oxygen too. See? Look, it did it again, Faye. Silver block, no core. Yeah, what you need is
What?
you need
Okay.
oxygen tanks, and you need like ventilators. But yeah, they'll do it. See? No core.
But the block was there. Okay, that's weird.
That's the third time that's happened on Ibris. Hey, look. Hi, Faye.
Oh, that might be a good. I'll just sit down so you can show how the ventilation works in CVs.
So yeah,
Is
like I
the
said, in
spot flat
CVs,
enough?
you just need an oxygen block or a oxygen tank, and then you get ventilators that will pressurize the cabin. You have to have specific airtight blocks, though, all the way around the outside of the ship to give you a seal. And then once you have a seal, you can fill the ship with oxygen.
Yeah, there are also doors, hangar doors, ramps, and just force fields blocks themselves
Yep.
that contain oxygen.
See that blue barrier right in front of me? That's a oxygen tight force field. So it allows you to have breathable atmosphere, and it keeps the temperature here in your ship. So no matter how hot it is outside, it's perfect temperature in your ship. And then you have, I'm sure you've see ventilators like this one back here. Those pump oxygen out of the tanks into the area to keep it oxygenated.
Yeah, and it works the same for SV and HV interiors.
Yeah, see, like this is an airtight door. So you see it's got the blue force field. No air will come through that door.
Temperature type blocks. No, the way this works is
Things
your
like your
oxygenated
engines.
room will always be at 22°,
Yep. Yeah, your
or
oxygenated
whatever the
rooms.
equivalent is in Fahrenheit.
Yeah, the
There are
oxygenated rooms always keep it the correct temperature for you, so you're never too hot
yes,
or too cold.
there are blocks that emit heat and radiation, like reactors and thrusters. But
Yep.
if you stay one block away from them, you're fine.
So sometimes it's a little more than a block, but yeah. Depending on the size of the engine, like this one up there. One block's not quite enough space from a drive thruster.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, there are tons of people that made Star Wars, Star Trek, you name it. Actually, as a matter of fact, my large ship is a Star Wars inspired ship. Um, I think that's pretty much it. Stargate, yep, oh yeah. Star Citizen builds, all kinds of different stuff.
I mean, within the constraints of
Yeah, I mean, within the constraints of
single
the blocks.
blocks or double block shapes. But yeah, you can pretty much build whatever you like.
Yep. Yeah, you can park SVs and HVs inside of ships. Absolutely.
Yeah, you can also have interiors on an SV or HV that
Mm-hmm.
are sealed and oxygenated.
Yep. Let me... where was Faye headed? Faye's parked up there. I think I already hit that 3-pack. Yeah, it's just this 2-pack left, I think.
I can do them quick.
Alright, and what I'll do is I will head to my ship, if I don't get lost. Get all turned around. And I'll show you a little bit more about what I mean by Star Wars inspired and stuff like that. I'm using one called by Life Force, Lyfeforce. It's called the Judicator. It's a Star Wars inspired ship. You you get a little multi-tool that can dig blocks, and then you also get, eventually you can get a hand mechanical drill, you can get laser drills, you can put drills on ships. I have an SV back here as a great example. It's got 12, you see them there, 12 drills, plus the 2 in the middle are good for tearing apart POIs and stuff like that. They'll salvage POIs. But this is a Star Wars inspired. Now, the one off the workshop is in silver and gray. I changed it to a black, but best way to level up as a lobby is mining will get you experience. There's so many ways to get experience. Killing things if you can get some weapons. Does this thing not even fit in here? Huh. I never even tried to get this into here. Well.
No, I'm not gonna go there.
Well, I didn't test this ship to go inside there. I tested the ship that's going to replace this one eventually. But I never tested this ship going inside. I guess it's a good thing I've got those little bays in the back. Like, for example, this is a battle tank. The battle tank has an interior here. Same idea, it's oxygenated. You get your little oxygen tanks. And then, where did you put the ventilator in here? Somewhere around here there's a ventilator. Ah, right there. So yeah, you can be inside the thing. You can have HVs like this one, where it's just a cockpit that's oxygenated. Other ones like this one here, again, another HV with an interior. There's your ventilator. It's all oxygenated and secure. Yes, hovercraft, hover vehicle, HV. Really, turret? You had to turn and do that? What are you even trying to point at? You're an excavator turret.
The thing with cockpits is you can't. A cockpit will always put you
outside the ship. Yeah.
There are, however, other control seats that don't do this.
Yeah. Basically, you have cockpits like this that are enclosed, and then you have seats that would go inside, like this one here. You've got seats that would sit. Then you have control seats. So there's passenger seats and control compartment seats. Let's go.
I mean, technically speaking, if you put the outer hull far enough away from the cockpit, you can still exit the cockpit and be inside of your ship. But there's a couple quality of life things that are still missing from the game. Like, for example, if you have a cockpit block and you enter the cockpit from its rear, the game should put you back out the rear.
Yeah. Like there are some...
Yeah, or maybe do like something like Shift F to exit to the through the alternative. Alright, I'm just gonna transfer the loot quick.
Yep. Yeah, so like what Faye was saying, when you look here, you have you have your cockpits for your SVs and HVs. Then you have passenger seats. You have control stations for capital vessels that allow you to control the ship. And then you have passenger seats for the capital vessels. The down in the right-hand corner wall, there is a that was new. If you look at the bottom right-hand corner over that way, I gotta remember opposite side. Just above where like the pentaxid and all that stuff is, the leftmost symbol looks like a little docking clamp. Once that lights up, you know you're docked to this ship. And it's got little docking legs underneath here somewhere. I think it kind of glitched into the top of the ship a little bit. Oh yeah, you see little docking legs? Those docking legs will touch the ship, and once they extend and touch, they say, okay, yeah, we're docked. Good to go. And then I can move my capital ship. If I were to just land on the capital and not dock, it wouldn't let me move the capital ship. No, only on the smaller ship. Now, you can dock a capital vessel to a smaller ship in orbit and have it towed around, but that's kind of weird. You can also dock capital ships to capital ships. So the idea being you have one big, like, carrier-type ship that pulls everything around, and then you have other capitals that can dock to it and stuff like that, and then get towed around. That way you have to have one warp drive to go from system to system in your big ship. Then you get the smaller one and you just do stuff around the system, mining and things like that. Kind of. You wouldn't necessarily pull something this big out of orbit with an SV, but if you were in orbit already, you could kind of mess around and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's practical, but it technically can be done. For example, right now with all of the stuff I have in this big ship, it weighs 31.1 kilotons. She's a bit heavy.
She's thick.
Yep. Meow. Meow. What, Kiston? You're being awful noisy down there, what? What? What's the matter, Kiston? Come here. I was backing up so you could come here. What's the matter? Yeah, come here. What's the matter? Oh yeah, you're gonna come up, aren't you, Drake? Well, come on.
Did I really sell off all my night vision? I think so. Shit.
Hi, Drake. Kitty time. Say hi, Drake. Hi, Drake. Yeah, hi. Yeah, you're not bothered by this at all, are you? No, you're not. Get your nose rubs. Yeah. What's that, Drake? Say hi, Drake. Well, I don't think this plan was thought through too well. He's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna lay here. You're screwed now, Dad. You go from not wanting me to hold you at all to just like, yep, I'm just gonna fucking lay here. Screw you. That's funny. All 2 undelivered cargoes were already over 100 processors.
Nice.
Alright, so we basically hit everything north of the equator, from the looks of it. You're heading south that way. I will go kind of south the other way. I don't think there's much left south the other way, though. We might... Seems
Yeah,
awful light, but...
Ibris doesn't seem to have as many drones on it as I remember. Did you already clear out the 2 clusters east of me?
2 clusters
Like,
east of you.
2 lava lakes over, basically. There's a gold and 2 gold and 3 Saskosium deposits around.
East of you. Trying to see where you are. Oh, those ones. No, I have not. Yeah, that was the set I just got, I think. Yeah, I played KSP a little bit. I'll be honest. Somebody bought it for me. I tried it out a little bit, but I couldn't really get into it. It looks really cool, but I've never gotten that technical about it. That's one of the reasons I like this over like Space Engineers. It doesn't have as much of the technical aspect to things. And then, of course, this game has all of the NPCs and all of that stuff you can do that you can't really do in Space Engineers.
Yeah, this game has actual content if you wanna be just a tiny little bit salty about it.
I sense there's a story there, but I'll ask you later, Faye.
No, I did play Space Engineers. I have, was it 1200 hours, but I haven't touched it since they started trying to milk the DLCs by selling you blocks in a block building game. Just like,
That's
okay,
dumb.
nope. That's
So,
no.
number 5 is my regular detector. Has a 4,000 meter range on planet. This is the long range scanner. It's an upgrade above that. So it has double the range of the detector. Very handy, especially in space, because it goes out to like 25,000 meters in space, which helps when you're trying to find asteroids and stuff like that to mine. Alright, I got a spot dead ahead of me where there's 2 sets. Or technically all 3 sets of them, really. And then I think that pretty well covers Ibris here. Imagine you couldn't make something like a Death Star. Oh, no, you can make bases in space. You can absolutely make bases in space. This here is a giant space station. Docking pad off to one side, the whole nice. Yeah. You just take a base block and put it in space. That's all you do. Now, obviously, you'd have to have, oxygen and stuff like that and all of that stuff that you wouldn't necessarily have to have on a planet that's breathable, but yeah, you absolutely can make bases in space. Alright, yeah, about where I'm parked up, there's 3 more groups. So I'll start working on these. And then maybe we'll hit one of the other ones on the list. See if we can't get over the 200 mark at least.
I have 13 in my inventory right now from these.
Yeah, and there's 105 in this ship, so holy shit. 3,000 platinum ore again. Is there a way to automate oxygen or grow? There are oxygen generators that you can put down in on planets. They have to be in water, but they'll generate oxygen bottles for you over time. Where is it? Right here, oxygen extractors. You can get water extractors. You can get hydrogen extractors. You can also mine ice asteroids. And then through mining the ice asteroids, you can turn those into water containers. They can be turned into oxygen as well. A lava planet like this, you're kind of screwed.
It's a little bit unfortunate, but your hydroponics, your plants do not make oxygen.
Yeah, that would be nice if it would cut down on the oxygen use of the planet by doing the by that. That would be cool. Damn it, did I do it again? I think I did it again. Yep. No, I'd had a bunch of fuel cells to keep fuel cells in my SV in case I needed fuel while I was out and about. And as always, I dumped them into the adjudicator without paying attention. Yeah, it'd be nice if you could do like a big greenhouse room or something like that. That would be cool.
Yeah, like even if it were just plants that have no other purpose other than creating a little bit of oxygen.
Yep. Yeah, almost like a decorative type plant that's all it did. That would actually be kind of cool.
Okay, so still more on this planet? I don't think so. Let's check the map real quick.
There's 3 packs near me. I'm working on one of them right now.
Oh, okay. So east we go.
Yeah, that would be cool. Alright. This set's done. Let's get our drone processors. Where did my box go? Wait a minute, where's the boxes? I know they didn't disappear that fucking fast. There's no way they disappeared that fast.
Yeah, boxes with stuff in them last at least 15 minutes.
Yeah. So where the hell are they? I mean, I literally just took that thing out. I mean, I literally just took this out. Well, that's some bullshit. There's no fucking boxes. That's bullshit.
I mean, a bit of ore. Who cares? We have
And
our
no
base
drone
close.
processors either.
Oh,
No boxes. That's what I mean, like, no boxes. I'd have been fine if it was just a little bit of ore that I lost, no big deal. Like you said. But to not get any boxes? Including the one for the... That's rude. I mean, literally every box in there was gone. And it's not like it took me that long to do this. Damn it. Come on. Just for a short while.
no boxes for you. Yeah.
That's rude, man. Let's go over and check this one.
Okay, so I just paid attention this time. I was at 280 food and ate a cheeseburger, and I did get the buff. Like, highly satisfying food.
I call hacks. He's cheating, chat. I'll have to check again. Cause I'm at 359. No buff. Wonder if it's maybe because I'm in the cockpit when I'm eating them. A quick tip on how to grow things in this game. As far as the growing of things goes, all you need is the seeds and a crop plot and a light. Well, I say and a light. Depending on the planet, like I guess some people have said they've been able to get them to grow in rooms that don't have lights if they're out, if they've got access to natural light.
Yeah, that works.
And then one other thing to consider is making sure the plants have oxygen. And by oxygen, I mean they need to be in a room that's not going to be affected by weather. Like if a radiation thing rolls through, if it's not oxygenated and kept good, they'll die. Oh. Oh wait, no, this is the one that I already did. That's right. Yeah, in space you would definitely need to have oxygen. But even on starter planets, like we started on Taladar, the faction did, and you'd get radiation storms that would come through, and those were killing our plants at times. So a lot of it depends on the weather that's going to come through. Damn it! Stop it! Fuck. Yeah, not a problem. Spange is a great content creator. I like watching him. He streams too on Twitch and YouTube, if you didn't know already. Dump cargo, blap. That was a really crappy set. And probably won't end up doing another planet after this. Got a birthday party today, so I gotta be off by 9. Ish. Alright. Beginning attack run. There we go.
That's another 4 from here.
Nice. You be nice, give me the other container. There it is. That's what I wanted. So fine. Ah, crap.
Wait, where's your adjudicator? And why do I not see... Oh, never mind, I'm just blind.
It happens, Faye. There we go. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it on this planet. Disappointing, really.
Yeah, it's definitely not as much as I thought there would be. Okay, there's the
gonna have to mark down. I mean, I've got the mark down, obviously, but I'm gonna have to, like, mark. How's it going, Giggle Baby? Yep, kitty! Kitty cat.
Well, we're at 138 now. Plus whatever you have. 24.
Yep. I did it again. Did it again. Should start keeping those in my ammo controller. So, yeah, I mean, not the greatest run, but about 160. So yeah, depending on your uh RNG, between 150 and 200 or so off this planet.
I mean, the last run I did wasn't here on Ibris, it was on one of the other hell planets, which I think had more drone POIs.
Yeah, I don't think Ibris has that great of drone POIs, honestly. Let me zoom in on this monitor so people can see what I'm actually looking at. Like, Semo's Tech Etzian, I think, is a little far away. Same with Shaituma and Duvadig. But, there's actually quite a few of these that aren't far away. Like Leela Beta, I want to say. Kitty needs pets? Yes, he does. Here you go. Giggle Baby said you needed petting, so we're going to pet the kitty some. Is that okay, Darius? Um, Aroba Delta I don't think is too far away. Red Hebre I know isn't that far away.
I might have to add the coordinates to these places and add distance to System Alpha.
Oh, yeah, from System Alpha. That would be a
Or,
nice one here.
or from Baru, so we can sort by
Yeah.
distance.
There we go.
All right.
Well, I mean, distance from Baru's system, we'll just start adding them in as we go.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I found a bunch of them. I just can't remember where they all are. It actually might not be a bad idea to make a whole new tab just for the drone POIs.
Mm.
Like you said, then we can sort by distance from system and leave the rest of that stuff alone, because there's a lot of other stuff in here. Yeah, I gotta start adding that. Suppose we don't need the potential homes list anymore.
Okay, this is getting annoying. Now the Hell Raider does the stupid thing with the temperature. It's like, why?
Yeah, that's quite annoying. So yeah, 162, 80 apiece. It's not bad. Is Phase Poseidon in range? It is. Does he have a dump box? Oh, no, he moved it! Looting, mining, so on work. Once you mine, kill, it's gone forever. It depends. In single player, most times, once you kill a POI, that's it. It's done. But in the case of being on a server, POIs will respawn. Every 12 hours, we can redo these POIs because they'll regenerate. In single player, they would not. Faye ran off before I could divide loot. What a butthead.
Just keep the processors towards more large aux cores. I'm not too worried about having aux cores for myself just yet.
Okay, then. I will do so. Ah! Appreciate the alert. But yeah, in single player, what's gonna happen is once you're done with once you're done looting, that's pretty much it. It won't typically respawn. Um, just because of how the game is set up. Now, with that said, if you know what you're doing, you can go in and change your game settings file and make it so they'll respawn. You just have to add a heading in and set it up that way. I've done it before for myself in the past, but typically, once you've looted it, it's gone. On servers, though, once you've killed something, it will come back. Mining will only come back if you tell it to. Have you hit the gold asteroids here yet?
One of them.
So one of them you hit, huh? So you don't know. Oh yeah, even on the server, I set them to plenty and large, just because it makes it easier, especially in Reforged Eden. Reforged Eden just in general slows the game progression down, because of how you end up having to approach things. Pirates, a Tavira, and a Tianlong class battleship. All.
Yeah, this asteroid you're heading to right now might be the one I didn't harvest because of all the shit going on around it.
So basically what I'm doing is on the map, I'm just right-clicking, and you can set waypoints.
Yeah, there's also a little a difference between like an actual waypoint and just a marker on the map, because if you set a marker as a waypoint and also click show on HUD, you can warp to it by aiming at it. Regular markers that don't have the waypoint option set will not appear to be warped to from other systems.
Yeah.
Which can be real handy if you put a waypoint on your base. Like, even if it's on a planet,
Yeah,
you
like
select
see,
a
I've got
waypoint.
Draconian
Yeah,
Faction over there. That's one. And then I should have another one down. Where was it?
home one, I just saw
Yeah,
it.
home. So home and Draconian
Oh,
Faction are
with an
both
exclamation mark.
waypoints I've set. So I can just easily, without having to set a lock a target for warping, they're there. All I have to do is look at them, and I can jump to them.
The putting a waypoint, like an actual waypoint, on your home base also has the added benefit that you can always come down to it from orbit directly.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you pay attention, while you're in orbit, the planet actually rotates, so you always know where your base is and don't have to spend time flying on the planet,
Ooh,
because your
that
speed limit on the
Tavira's got
planet
my
is way lower
attention.
than in orbit.
That Tavira's getting a little close. Time to go! Why are you... Time to go! Yep, that one you probably didn't mine.
Yeah. Mining
And
in a
why
big
is my
ship is
excavator turret
possible. Just keep in
pointed at
mind
that
that
thing?
most weapons you can put on a capital vessel do not work on planets or
Oh.
moons. So you can only use a CV to mine in space. It's part of the balance of Empyrean. So your SVs are basically your planetary things. I mean, you can mine asteroids
Oh, prey, not
with an
predator.
SV, but it just takes too long.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Also, the capital vessel mining lasers require an advanced upgrade kit, which isn't exactly hard to come by, but you need to buy it from vendors or find it in loot.
Yep.
Whereas the small vessel mining lasers do not require any special upgrade kits.
Yep.
So the natural progression would be build an SV first with just basic mechanical drills, or go straight to the mining lasers if you have the materials, and
Damn it.
then
Now I
work your
can't
way
remember
up
what
to
the
the
name of that
CV.
place was.
Which place?
The other pirate one that has the gold asteroids in it. Because I'm assuming you hit one and not both.
Yes, I was in Tonai, and not in Char something.
There's Charolith, that's the one.
Charolith, yeah. I mean, if you need gold ingots to make aux cores, I have a complete stack in my box.
I was just gonna grab some on my way back to the base type of thing. Yeah, see, there is a way to see it in the game, but it's not a great system. And by not a great system, I mean you can't search it. So if you wanted to find gold asteroids, for example, you couldn't search for gold asteroids. You'd have to go down through every place you visited. I put an Excel spreadsheet. Words are hard. Just to make things easier on myself, because I can search an Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah, if you hit F1 to bring up your PDA and then check
See,
the
of course,
bar
I
up top,
literally just
you
warped.
can go to the registry, which
Yeah,
shows everything you have discovered. But
yeah.
as Darius just mentioned, there's no search function, so you'd
There's no
have to
search
click through
function.
every system
You can
to
narrow it
find
by
what you're looking for.
asteroids and then see, alright, these are all like asteroids or whatever. But you'd have to click down through each and every system to find them, which can be very time consuming. So it's just easier in Excel. But yes, this ship can mine. You see I've got the mining lasers on the front of it. Yep. Now this is a pirate factioned system. You can tell by the yellow. Thankfully, we are honored with the pirates, so they don't attack us for being here, which makes these good little places to hit for resources. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of gold while I'm here. Later on, after the birthday party this afternoon, Faye, if you're still around, I want to go do a silver run.
Yeah, we can do it. We should do that.
Yeah, because, I mean, silver is one of those things we definitely need to do a silver run, especially if we're going to keep going for aux cores. But, there's a lot of different ways to build reputation with places. One of them is killing mutual enemies. So, like,
Which more often than not means just kill Xerax.
Yeah. A lot of factions don't like the Xerax. So if you kill them, you get reputation with all those other factions.
Yeah, there's also a faction tab. Like, again,
But, yep, over here,
can
the
you
people.
even access this one directly? No, if those
See, you can
blueprints.
look at the pirates, and it'll tell you if you kill them, you'll gain all of these reputation points for other people, but you'll lose there. When you look at Xerax, killing members of faction Xerax, you get a minus 300. But Talon will get positive rep, Polaris will, Pirates will, Creel will, Brotherhood of Far will. So every time you kill a Xerax member, you're gaining reputation with all those other factions. Yeah, so like, for example, the Talon faction. If you look where the red is, mining ore in their territory, you'll get a negative rep unless you're honored or better. Yeah, I mean, if you went and killed Talon, you'd gain positive rep with Xerax. Uh, but, you know, the Xerax don't have a lot of the traders that the other factions do and stuff like that. So, you know, actually they do have trader equivalents for almost every Polaris trader in Xerax. Like I said, I want to try and do a playthrough where we get friendly with Xerax instead of all the other factions.
Oh, that's gonna be an interesting one.
I think it'd be fun. Nope. At this point, you got to remember, if you follow the story at all, Talon are where they are because they helped the Xerax get technologically up there, but when it came to the big war against the Legacy, the Xerax got put in the front line and got absolutely slaughtered while the Talon kind of stayed in the back. And when the war was over, the Xerax were like, you know what, screw you guys. And basically put them into the Stone Age and stuck them on habitable planets and said, yeah, we're going to leave you here now. So that they don't have much love for Talon. Yep, that's why the Talon use crossbows and they're not spacefaring anymore. Nope. Talon do not have ships.
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting one.
Basically,
Um,
Talon used to be spacefaring, and they got into a point where they met the Xerax and were like, hey, you know, kind of uplifted them, so to speak. The Xerax were very warlike, Talon were not, so it's like, you know, hey, if you guys want to be this, we'll do this, and ended up,
I'm not. I disagree there, Juggernaut. They're not really hippies because that kind of implies they willingly gave up all their tech and just decided to
yeah, they
live in
didn't
harmony
willingly
with
give up
nature and stuff.
squat.
When
The
really
Xerax
it was
forced them.
like, yeah, they used to be like the same part of the same civilization, like as the Xerax, but then with the war and stuff. Yeah, and then the Xerax decided to, okay, so you didn't use the technology you had to aid us in the war, so we're just gonna take all your tech away.
Yeah, pretty
And
much, yeah.
if you follow the quest lines, the Talon will tell you they still know technology. They still know all that stuff. They're just not allowed to have any.
Yeah. Actually, one of the when you first meet the Talon, they tell you that the Xerax basically imprison them all on planets, which is why you almost always have Xerax on the planets with Talon because they're there as wardens, if you would.
That's probably a good way to put it, yeah.
It kind of forces the Talon to, you know, if they decide to start getting weapons or anything like that, the Xerax are just going to come and annihilate them. Because the chieftain will basically tell you, yeah, we don't have much choice.
We done fucked up.
So yeah, I grabbed some of the stuff out of the other base to start moving it over to the new base. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Placing it, that is. Because of course I came from there straight over to Ibris. Yeah, this isn't the greatest ship for mining, but it gets the job done. Once I get more engines on it and make it more maneuverable, yeah. Not really. You don't really get a chance to free them. But you can certainly act against the Xerax for sure. This was, what, the second of 3? There's the third one. See, I have plenty of up thrust. I don't have any down thrust in the nose right now. And I don't have enough side-to-side strafing, so... That's where the next aux core in this thing is going.
Oh, while we're at aux cores, just because we looked at it the other day, I think I found a somewhat reasonable use of the power variant, or at least one of the 10, or in our case 15, because you changed it.
1 second. Therein, in Reforged Eden, the RCS were basically phased out. They don't help you at all anymore, like it does in vanilla. It's just thrusters in Reforged to be able to change direction and things like that.
Yeah, RCS's torque value just doesn't cut it for CVs. Like,
yeah,
if you build a CV and for the sake of experimenting, take away all the thrusters, the RCS will still help you turn. But in the grand scheme of things, thrusters do a better job, so you might as well save the CPU. So that's the thing. Like, the RCS block for CVs is either way too underpowered in terms of its torque, and or it just costs way too much CPU, because the advanced RCS is what, 40,000 CPU, and the basic one is 16k, and
something like that. Yeah.
20k actually, 20 and 40.
Yeah, 20 and 40. I was gonna say that sounds more accurate.
Yeah, it was 16 meganewton meters of torque, but there's a whole lot of other things that can benefit from 20,000 CPU.
Yeah. So as far as the ore in the asteroids are, obviously gold ore stands out quite a bit from this. Asteroids will vary when they spawn as to how much ore they have in them. But generally speaking, if you take out all of the different colored spots, you've gotten the ore out of it. Now on servers, you have to leave some part of the asteroid there. Yep, pretty much. Just look for the different color. As long as some part of the asteroid's there, it will regenerate. Same with POIs. As long as there's some blocks left, they'll regenerate. But that's not like in single player. Asteroids will regenerate, so you have to leave some part of the asteroid there. Correct. Which is why a lot of people will say don't mine nodes less to under 10%. Don't completely mine out asteroids. Don't completely hit POIs because they won't regenerate. As far as nodes on planets go, you need at least 10% ore left in it to auto mine it. So they kind of frown upon it if you mine out a node completely. Auto mining is done through here. You have these auto mining devices. You start out with a basic, improved, advanced, and then in Reforged you can also buy a schematic to make an drill rig, which is a really big one. You basically put it down over a node, and once you put it down over the node, you put fuel into the auto miner, and it's going to produce a certain amount of ore per hour and holds a certain amount of ore. For example, the basic one I think does 50 ore. No, up to 25 ore I think an hour. And it'll only hold like 1,500. Yeah, you could put it on Promethium. So it starts out like it does.
In fact, you should put your first auto miner on a Promethium deposit, so fuel is no longer an issue.
Oh yeah, so it's 50 ore at the bottom. You see 50 ore per hour and a storage limit. Then it goes to 100, then 200, while your storage limit keeps going up. And then the auto mining rigs on my server, I've tweaked some files. They're not fully set to standard Reforged Eden anymore. But the auto mining rigs, I increased it a little bit more for ore per hour because it normally is just set at 200. But it holds 30,000 ore. It's a crazy amount. I increased the amount it does per hour because of the resources put into making one. I felt like it could use a little more input per hour for its production rate, given what you're putting into it. Yep. No, you don't do auto miners in space, as far as I know. I don't think you can. Just on planets.
And I think you wouldn't want to anyway, because in space you can use a capital vessel with mining lasers to more or less delete an asteroid in like a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here doing this, cleaning up these asteroids pretty quick. Now, there's miners that will do this a lot faster because of their maneuverability. You can put more drills on a miner and do it a lot faster. I just chose to do this because this is kind of my my just everyday do it all type ship. It has the mining capability, so I don't have to always go back to base and switch ships. It can carry around the stuff I need to carry for doing things on different planets. And it's got basically it's my consider it my RV. It's my home away from home. When I need to fight something big, though, I have a dedicated warship back at the headquarters. Well, we technically have a couple of dedicated warships in the faction. So when we want to go take on big targets, we can take a couple dedicated warships that, you know, that's their sole purpose, is just to beat people up. I'd say the Eclipse is getting there. I don't know if it could quite take a Tavira, but I might be willing to give it a shot, actually. Sad thing is I watched a video of Life Force using this ship right here and decimating a Tavira in under 2 minutes.
Yeah, but it already was fully upgraded at that point, no?
I don't think it was fully upgraded. He had some EMP cruise missiles on it.
Hmm.
He had the artillery cannons. I don't know how many artillery cannons. And I don't know what his shield value was per se. I just know I watched him decimate that Tavira in no time. Basically, he just got above it and started shooting straight down at the nose of the Tavira where the core is, and absolutely wrecked it. It was like, okay. I think
Well,
it took him like
yeah,
4
okay, but
artillery volleys.
that just also goes back to everything is easy when you know what you're doing.
Yo, absolutely, yeah. Like me, I mean, I saw where he was shooting, so I've got a general idea of where it is. If I watched the video a little bit closer, I'd probably hone in on it too. Ow. But yeah, it was kind of funny just to sit there and watch it and go like, yeah, that seems really, really easy. Alright, you guys are gonna get recycled because we don't have any time to spend trying to find homes for you guys. This gets recycled. I mean, honestly, when you look at how much shield this thing has versus the Eclipse, I'm not that far behind in shield.
Yeah, almost 50k shields is decent.
Yep. Yeah, because I've got, I don't even have the... Oh, I did put them in, I just haven't sorted them yet. I got a whole bunch of stuff down here to sort still. To say, like, I thought I had more than that. I do. Sort your shit first, dummy. I just put a crustacean alien in with a human, dummy. Add to group,
Yeah,
weapons.
the auto group button is ever so tempting, but
Yeah,
usually the
then it breaks all your shit. That's the only problem. Breaks all your custom groups, which is annoying. But like this, add the last group, add the last group. You could just do that just as easily, you know? So yeah, I've got 3 of the large couplers. I've got all 4 large banks. I've got all 4 small chargers. And I should have all 4 capacitor, capacitor, capacitor. Do I still have one of those I could add? Did I not add one of those?
Morning, Dad.
One of them. Now curiosity has a hold of me.
It's a miracle.
I only saw 3 in the list.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's assuming I put them in the right spot in the list. One. Ah, yep. Nope, I only have 3. Don't have one there. I wanted to have a little extra recharge over capacity with that one because I was getting close to my CPU. Wrong direction on the ship.
That is a very cool ship.
It is. Life did a great job on this ship. Hmm.
Yeah, the only issue with having a group of people, quote unquote, work on one ship is you can't walk around the
Eh,
ship while it's moving, and having multiple players on the same ship really doesn't do anything for you. You'll always be
yeah,
better off having just a second ship.
yeah. I mean, now, granted, having a person on a ship while you're doing this, they could be controlling a turret manually, but it's difficult because you don't know exactly where the ship is going to be moving, so it's hard to judge your shots and stuff like that in combat. Whereas having a second ship in combat is just overall better because you could bring a whole lot more weaponry that way. Like Faye
Plus,
said,
you're
you can't walk around while the ship is moving. And then there's the other big issue. Say Faye and I were on this ship together, and he's got to go run an errand, so he logs out. And I'm still jumping around systems. When he logs in, he's where he logged out, not on the ship. So it only works in some instances as far as if you know you're going to be playing at exactly the same times.
yeah. Plus, going back to combat again, if you have a second ship, you're also splitting the incoming damage
Yep. Yeah,
while
exactly.
doubling your damage output potentially. So
Yeah,
this,
you're causing the vessel you're attacking to split their focus, which can be huge in a big fight. But in on that note, we do have the faction has a giant super carrier. Ooh, excuse me. That I basically spawned in for the sake. It will carry two of our big warships, plus small vessels and other stuff like that, around on one ship. So the idea is we could take multiple warships, dock them to the supercarrier. Everybody gets into the supercarrier. You warp to, whatever system you're going to be in doing the combat, and then people transfer out to their other vessels and then disperse into combat, leaving the carrier in a space where it's kind of free and clear, and you only have to spend the fuel to get one ship there instead of 4 separate ships. That reminds me. I'm curious. The Vendetta. It's a span ship. It's the one he was using when he was fighting the nullifiers. It's a relatively small ship. As far as its footprint, I'm wondering, and I certainly would test this into. I'm actually going to look it up right now. Test this in Vendetta. Yeah, see, there's a lot of ships on the workshop. It would have to be probably brought a little more. That doesn't look like the one he was using. I have to go back and watch his VOD to see which one he was using most recently in combat. Having a couple of smaller combat-oriented CVs that are just there for the sake of additional output and splitting damage.
yeah,
Shield them up.
maximizing the damage output per
Mm-hmm. Yep.
square area of ship, basically.
Yeah, it doesn't need a lot of the extras like the Eclipse has the big hangar bay and stuff. No, get rid of that. Shrink them down so that maybe they're just all 4 of the smaller capacitors, a couple of chargers and stuff like that, so they don't have huge shield capability, but enough to be able to go in and kind of help take some of the fire off of the main ships, while also outputting some decent damage. And maybe just fill them up with like plasma cannons. That, you know, you don't have to sit there and have all of the lasers and the artillery cannons. Just fill them up with plasma cannons that do, you know, multi-role combat, multi-purpose, and just we're on opposite side of the planet, and be able to put potentially one or more of those in the hangar area of the Nightfall, instead of trying to have multiple massive ships like the Eclipse and the Monolith. Have a couple of smaller ones that are a little more maneuverable and faster, that fit in the Bay of the Nightfall. You know, then when we go into combat, I'm in the Eclipse. Maybe Reyes is in the Monolith. You could be in one of the other smaller ones or something like that, and still be productive in the fight without having to worry about bringing something like your Poseidon or an SV or something like that. Oh yeah. Oh, you can absolutely set up turrets. To a degree. I've got turrets on this ship, but they don't tap. What, buddy? Kid comes in, stands beside me for like 30 seconds, and he goes, "Sorry, Dad." And I'm like, "Oh, what?" "Excuse me," he says. "Oh, I see how it is." He walked in, stood beside me, let one rip, and he took off. You little dick. Love my kids. But what I was saying is, like, I've got turrets on my ship, missile turrets, laser turrets, minigun turrets for point defense, and you can, to a degree, choose what they shoot at. But it's not always, like, you can't tell them to target a core of a ship. So, like, my CV turrets, I have them set to only fighting smaller vessels, capital vessels, bases, in space and stuff like that, and going after generators. My minigun turrets, they're only really meant for going after, like, drones and small stuff, so there's no sense in them wasting their ammo on, like, a capital vessel in a fight, because they do so little output of damage. So you can put them into separate categories and stuff like that, and tell them what to shoot at, what not to shoot at, which can be very handy. CV turrets, we're gonna go cannons, devices, weapon. I'm gonna have to put you in your own separate. Add group. Radar, okay. Add a group. Radar. Add the last group. Cannons off, radar on. There we go. Oh, you certainly can if you want to, Azakalos. Are you doing a Reforged Eden playthrough? I'm guessing. Alright, so we are closing in on the new Faction HQ. I have done a lot of work on it. I'll have time to be able to show you guys some of what I've done. I know, don't mind below 10% on nodes. Asteroids respawn the next day when drained, but that's it. Yeah, the 10% is mostly for auto mining purposes. That way you can still put auto miners on the node. and get them to be able to give you some product. Now, that said, some servers, and by default, I believe, unless you set it otherwise, auto miners will deplete nodes. But on my server and on quite a few other servers, auto miners won't deplete the nodes that you're using them on. They'll just kind of sit there. So here we are, home base. We're going to come in for a landing over here. This right now is the only pad currently over here. Eventually we will be adding additional docking pads. Probably have another one over in this area here, maybe. Might put another one over there, depending. And just have it turned or something like that. But those ones don't necessarily need repair bays. This is the one I use for now, just because it puts the ship where it needs to be. I'll leave point defense on. Let's shut that off, shut that off. Kind of puts me into a low power mode. Whee! I probably parked on the, Where are... Where'd they go? What the hell? Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, we'll catch you later, Azacalos. Okay, the factory carts fell into the floor. That's not good. There's one. Why is this open? Where's the other factory carts? There's one. Why are you... Well, that's just rude. That's just plain rude. I left them on the deck so they'd be fine, so they'd be out of the way and be able to shuttle people around, and that's just rude. They fell through. And of course, they don't have any thrusters underneath them, so... That's two of the three. Where's the third one? Huh. There might be third factory cart. Is it under my ship? Alright, this is a task for this quick. Where the hell is that third factory cart? I made 3 of the damn things. Where the hell are they? Okay. That's quite annoying. I made 3 of them. Where's the third? $107 meters away. What the hell are you doing way over here? Weird. Oh well. Anyways, have started working on the new headquarters here. Hopefully there's nothing spawned up there. It doesn't look like it. Okay, good. Oh, more damage over here that never got repaired. For some reason, randomly, I mean, I say randomly, but it's not quite random. There has been Xerax spawning in on this island, even though we've taken the territory out. They've been occasionally respawning on this island for some reason. And every now and then they'll pop off a shot and hit the base. Base has a shield now, but didn't always. So yeah, this is our new little base that I set up. Kind of have the crafting area is going to go up over there. We're going to have some personnel quarters there. There will be a garden, kitchen area back that way. This here just kind of forms like a little control tower type look. Kind of see around, see what's going on. Going down, this floor here is our capacitors, fuel cells, oxygen. Need texturing. Come down to this level here. We have room for our new fusion generator. Meant to pick up parts while I was out for that. Still working on some of this here. This is going to be like a bunkhouse for troops type of thing, because the ammo container for the base is literally right here in this wall. Over here is going to be like a little engineering section. I'm going to put a mezzanine up with a little ladder. CPU room. Each of these, you just come down one of the 4 ways, and you've got the shield generator and core up there. So it's not bad, it's a start. Don't shoot! And of course, I have these little factory carts for being able to get around, so we're not having to travel as far. Whee! These things are fun. I don't know why they fell underneath the top of it, though. Well, 2 of the 3 did. All I can think of is maybe somebody was playing around with them and left them underground. Don't know. Reminds me, I wanted to check, is this thing actually getting enough solar to... Oh yeah, look at that. It is charging during the daytime now that I move the panels. That's good. Nice. That's pretty cool. Handy to have. Alright, adjudicator, P. Instructors? Just put it right in there. You can also go into raw products. That done.
Did you let the dog out to potty and feed him?
Yeah.
Okay. He's just sitting over there looking very pathetic.
No, I let him out and I gave him food and did all the things. Alright.
When you're done, let me know so I can take
Yep.
a picture.
Alright, so I'm at 292 after eating the first cheeseburger. Math time. Second cheeseburger, no food buff. And I'm not in my ship. Huh. I call hacks. I call hacks. Cooked food, that can go in there. Weapons locker. My locker. Armor locker. Oh, one. Alright, and then, trade. Did I put the locker together for that? I did not. Just the MISC box is the trade box, apparently. Recycle that crap. Harvest controller for that. And, no, not that, the wood. And all the ores. Fuel. Do that, and then raw products. All of that, and we still have some more ore. There we go. Like that. Hi, Darius. Alright. With that said, let's go see where we are in Twitchland, who's live, because I do have to get off today. Let's see. I don't have anybody on my list. Nobody on my list. Nobody there. Yeah, I don't have anybody on my list.
English is a lost language that
Who do we want to raid, chat? Let's see. Yeah, I've got nobody on my list. I hate to just end the stream without... Oh, right there. Found a target. The average Viking. Recognize the name. He's playing some SnowRunner. We're going to go raid him. I will be back probably later on this afternoon with another short stream to kind of even things out after the birthday party and all that stuff is done. But until then, you guys stay safe. Have yourselves a great rest of the day. And we will catch you all later on. Have a good one, everybody.
So I came down here and then went that way.
Yeah.